Good evening, and welcome to Election Night in America 2020. Tonight, incumbent President Donald Trump faces off against Governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. It's 7 o'clock and the first polls have closed across the country in Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont, and Virginia. Out of the state of Kentucky, Donald Trump is the projected winner of the state's 8 electoral votes. Donald Trump is also the projected winner in the state of Indiana. He will win the state's 11 electoral votes. Trump is also the projected winner in the state of South Carolina and its 9 electoral votes. Out of the state of Vermont, Governor Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner of the state's 3 electoral votes. Now moving on to the states that are too close to call. In Virginia, its 13 electoral votes are too early to call. With 1% of the vote in, Cuomo has an early lead. In the state of Georgia, 16 electoral votes up for grabs. This state is expected to be closer than it usually is. Donald Trump currently holds a 21-point lead, with 3% of the vote in. Now, looking at the race to 270, Donald Trump has jumped out to an early electoral lead with 28 electoral votes in his column to Andrew Cuomo's 3. Virginia and Georgia are the states that are too close to call. It's 7:30 and the polls have closed in Ohio, North Carolina, and West Virginia. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of West Virginia. He will win the state's 5 electoral votes. The state of North Carolina, a key battleground state tonight, and its 15 electoral votes are too close to call. With 6% of precincts reporting, Donald Trump currently holds a 27,000 vote lead. And in the state of Ohio, no Republican has ever won the presidency without winning here. Its 18 electoral votes are crucial tonight. The state is too close to call. We now take another look at the race to 270. Donald Trump has extended his lead to 33 electoral votes to Andrew Cuomo's 3. The states of North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, and Georgia are all too close to call. We have some key race alerts. In the state of Georgia, Governor Andrew Cuomo has taken a 19,000 vote lead with 51% of precincts reporting. Still, a lot of vote left to be counted here, but Andrew Cuomo does hold a 19,000 vote lead. In Virginia, Andrew Cuomo has built a commanding 230,000 vote lead with 58% of precincts reporting. However, this race remains too close to call. It's 8 p.m. on the East Coast now, and the biggest poll closing of the evening. 172 electoral votes are up for grabs, with tightly contested states such as Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Florida up for grabs. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Alabama and its 9 electoral votes. And in the state of Tennessee, Donald Trump is the projected winner of its 11 electoral votes. And in Mississippi, 6 electoral votes, all going to Donald Trump. In the state of Missouri, 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. And finally, out of the state of Oklahoma, Donald Trump is the projected winner of the state's 7 electoral votes. As for Andrew Cuomo, he is the projected winner in the state of Connecticut. He will win the state's 7 electoral votes. And in the state of Illinois, a big one, 20 electoral votes going to Andrew Cuomo. In the state of Delaware, it's 3 electoral votes. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner. In the state of Massachusetts, it's 11 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. In New Jersey, another big one, 14 electoral votes, all going to Andrew Cuomo. In Maryland, 10 electoral votes, all going to Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo is also the projected winner in the state of Rhode Island. He's the projected winner there. And in the District of Columbia, it's 3 electoral votes, the most liberal part of the country. It's 3 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. Taking a look at the races that are too early to call, the state of Pennsylvania, it's 20 electoral votes, one of the most important swing states this evening. Andrew Cuomo holds a lead with 6% of the vote in. And in the state of Maine, it's 4 electoral votes, 9% of precincts reporting. Andrew Cuomo also has a lead there. In the state of New Hampshire, the tightest state in the last election cycle in 2016, it's 4 electoral votes with 7% of precincts reporting. Andrew Cuomo holds a slight 1,000 vote advantage. And finally, in the state of Florida, it's 29 electoral votes with 2% of precincts reporting. Donald Trump holds an early lead. Now let's take a look at the updated Electoral College map. Donald Trump currently holds 76 electoral votes in the race to 270 to Andrew Cuomo's 75. Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, and Maine are the states that are too early or too close to be called at this moment. We have a few key race alerts. In North Carolina, 46% of precincts are reporting Andrew Cuomo holds a surprising 161,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. And in the state of Ohio, it's 18 electoral votes, crucial for Donald Trump if he wants to win re-election tonight. He holds a 76,000 vote lead with 40% of precincts reporting. A lot of vote left to be counted in both of these states. We are now at our next poll closing. It's 8:30 and the polls have closed in Arkansas. Donald Trump is the projected winner of the state's 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Arkansas. We have some key race alerts. Take a look at this with 70% of precincts reporting in Pennsylvania. Look how close it is. 33,094 votes separate Andrew Cuomo from Donald Trump here. A crucial state here tonight. And in Maine, Andrew Cuomo has extended his lead with 54% of precincts reporting. He currently holds a near 8-point advantage of the state's 4 electoral votes in Maine. Florida, Andrew Cuomo currently holds a 92,249 vote lead over Donald Trump in Florida with its 29 electoral votes. Only 67% of precincts are reported. A lot of vote out there left to be counted. This race is a toss-up. Finally, in the state of New Hampshire, with just 39% of precincts reporting, Andrew Cuomo holds a near 13,000 vote lead. Lots of vote left to be counted in New Hampshire. Following the president's projected victory in Arkansas, he now holds 82 electoral votes to Andrew Cuomo's 75. We can now make some key race projections. The state of Virginia and its 13 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of Virginia. With 100% of precincts reporting, Andrew Cuomo has outperformed Hillary Clinton's 2016 numbers in Virginia, winning by nearly 7 points. He has won with 50.93% of the vote to Donald Trump's 44.15%. And we can also project in the state of Maine, all 4 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. All 4 electoral votes in the state of Maine will be won by the governor of New York. Unlike in 2016, the Democrats were able to win all 4 electoral votes in the state of Maine. Andrew Cuomo has won with 48.71% of the vote to Donald Trump's 44.62%. Taking a look now at the updated race to 270, Andrew Cuomo has taken his first electoral lead of the evening. He holds 92 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 82. The states that are too close or too early to call: Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New Hampshire. It's now 9 p.m. and the polls have closed in a lot of states, including the key swing states of Arizona, Colorado, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, Texas, and Wisconsin. In the state of Kansas, we can project that Donald Trump is the winner of the state's 6 electoral votes. And in Louisiana, its 8 electoral votes will go to the president. In Nebraska, 5 electoral votes will all go to Donald Trump. In North Dakota, it's 3 electoral votes to Donald Trump. And in South Dakota, it's 3 electoral votes as well will go to Donald Trump. He's the projected winner there. And finally, in Wyoming, its 3 electoral votes as well will go to President Donald Trump. And in New York, no surprises here, Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner of the state's 29 electoral votes. He is the governor of New York, and he is the projected winner of the state. We've got a whole batch of states that are too early to call. Starting out in Arizona, it's 11 electoral votes. Just 1% of the precincts are reporting here. Andrew Cuomo holds an early lead. And in the state of Colorado, with 5% of precincts reporting, its 9 electoral votes are up for grabs. This race is too early to call. In the state of Michigan, a state the Democrats desperately need to flip tonight, and Andrew Cuomo holds a commanding early lead with 7% of precincts reporting. And in the state of Minnesota, it's 10 electoral votes, 10% of precincts reporting, and Andrew Cuomo holds a near 12,000 vote lead. Next, in New Mexico, its 5 electoral votes are up for grabs tonight with 8% of precincts reporting. Andrew Cuomo holds a strong lead. It is a state he is expected to win this evening. And out of the state of Texas, 38 electoral votes up for grabs. Donald Trump holds an early lead. He has to win here tonight. He cannot let this state slip. In Wisconsin, another state that Donald Trump must win tonight in order to hold his big red wall up north. With 12% of precincts reporting, he holds an early 15,000 vote lead, but a lot of vote left to be called here. This could be the closest race of this election. In the race to 270, both candidates are creeping closer and closer to that 270 mark. Andrew Cuomo currently holds a slight edge with 121 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 110. Tons of states remain too early and too close to call, with a good amount of states where polls have not yet closed. We now have a major projection. We project that Donald Trump will carry the state of Ohio as he did in 2016. Ohio's 18 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. He had to win here tonight, and he has done just that. Taking a look at the numbers now, he has won Ohio, but he has won by a lesser margin than he did in 2016, with just 50.98% of the vote to Andrew Cuomo's 43.55%. This was tighter than it was in 2016, but Donald Trump has won the state of Ohio rather comfortably. With this victory in Ohio, Donald Trump has taken a lead in the electoral numbers. He holds 128 electoral votes to Andrew Cuomo's 121. It's 10 o'clock and the polls have closed in Iowa, Montana, Nevada, and Utah. President Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Montana. He will win the state's 3 electoral votes in the state of Montana. And in the state of Utah, it's 6 electoral votes. No surprise here, Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Utah. Now taking a look at the states that are too early and too close to call. In the state of Nevada, it's 6 electoral votes. Andrew Cuomo holds a firm lead here with 8% of precincts reporting. As for the state of Iowa, it's 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump holds an early lead with 6% of precincts reporting in the state of Iowa. Another look at the race to 270. Donald Trump holds 137 electoral votes. He has increased his lead versus Andrew Cuomo, who holds 121. A lot of electoral votes remain out there that are too early or too close to call at this moment in time. We now have some key race projections to make. In the state of New Hampshire, Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of New Hampshire. We can project that he will win New Hampshire's 4 electoral votes. He has once again outperformed Hillary Clinton in another state in New Hampshire. He has won with 48.03% of the vote, winning by around 1.5 points. And in the state of New Mexico, no surprise, Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner of the state's 5 electoral votes. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of New Mexico. Donald Trump has failed to hit 40% here in New Mexico, a state that after tonight could very well be considered a safe Democratic state in future elections. But a big call here in the state of North Carolina, its 15 electoral votes will go to President Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the president, is the projected winner in the state of North Carolina. Looking at the numbers, he has won by just over 2% in North Carolina with 48.92% of the vote. Another big call to make in Texas, Donald Trump is the projected winner in Texas with its 38 electoral votes going to the president. Looking at the numbers, this state continues to tighten in presidential elections. Donald Trump has won by a little over 7 points with 51.27% of the vote going to him. Trump now holds a 60-vote lead in the race to 270. He holds 190 electoral votes to Andrew Cuomo's 130 electoral votes. It is now 11 o'clock and the polls are closing in the biggest state of the evening, California, and in Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Alaska. In the state of California, 55 electoral votes in California. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of California. And in the state of Hawaii, Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner of the state's 4 electoral votes in Hawaii. In Oregon, Oregon's 7 electoral votes will go to the projected winner of the state, Andrew Cuomo. And finally, in the state of Washington, its 12 electoral votes will go to Governor Andrew Cuomo. He is the projected winner there. In Alaska, Donald Trump is the projected winner there. President Donald Trump will win Alaska's 3 electoral votes. And in the state of Idaho, its 4 electoral votes will go to the president. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Idaho. Andrew Cuomo has retaken the lead in the race to 270 as he narrows it down. He holds 208 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 197. We now only await results out of races that are too early and too close to call, out of Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Florida. We now have some key race projections to make. In the state of Colorado, its 9 electoral votes will go to the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of Colorado. Looking at the numbers, he has improved upon the Democrats' 2016 numbers. He has won with 49.63% of the vote in Colorado. In the state of Georgia, the president, Donald Trump, is the projected winner of Georgia's 16 electoral votes. He is the projected winner there. Looking at the numbers, it was tight. Almost 4 points separated Andrew Cuomo and Donald Trump in Georgia. Donald Trump wins with 49.86% of the vote in Georgia. In the race to 270, Andrew Cuomo now holds 217 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 213 electoral votes. We now have a major call to make. In Florida, it's 29 electoral votes. Take a look at this. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of Florida. He will win the state's 29 electoral votes. Looking at the numbers, Andrew Cuomo has won by less than 0.5% in the state of Florida with just 48.41% of the vote to Donald Trump's 47.96%. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of Florida. A crushing blow to the Donald Trump re-election campaign and a huge win for the Democrats. Andrew Cuomo is now just 24 electoral votes away from 270. He holds 246 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 213. We have a new key race projection. 10 electoral votes out of the state of Minnesota. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner there. Hillary Clinton won there 4 years ago, and Andrew Cuomo has won here as well. 10 electoral votes out of the state of Minnesota will be going to Andrew Cuomo, a big win. Looking at the numbers, he has won with 48.14% of the vote, extending what Hillary Clinton did in 2016. However, in the state of Iowa, the president, Donald Trump, is the projected winner in the state of Iowa, and it's 6 electoral votes, a must-win for the president here. And looking at the numbers, Donald Trump has won with 40.87% of the vote, a tighter margin than what he won with in 2016 against Hillary Clinton. However, Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Iowa. Looking at the map to 270, Andrew Cuomo is narrowing it down. He holds 256 electoral votes. He is 14 electoral votes away from the 270 mark. Donald Trump trails behind with 219 electoral votes. We can now make a key race projection. Andrew Cuomo is the projected winner in the state of Nevada. Its 6 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo's campaign. He's the winner in Nevada. He has won with 48.77% of the vote, winning just like Hillary Clinton did in 2016 in Nevada. Its 6 electoral votes go to Andrew Cuomo. In the race to 270, Andrew Cuomo is now just 8 electoral votes away from the 270 mark. Donald Trump remains stagnant at 219 electoral votes. Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania are yet to be called. You can now make a major projection. The state of Pennsylvania and its 20 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. He has flipped the state of Pennsylvania into the Democrats' favor. 20 electoral votes go to Andrew Cuomo. And looking at the numbers now, he has won with over 1% of the voters. He has won with 48.7% of the voters in Pennsylvania. 20 electoral votes go to Andrew Cuomo in Pennsylvania. With this projection, EP Official can now project that Andrew Cuomo has been elected the 46th president of the United States of America, as he has reached 282 electoral votes, past the 270 mark. He has 282 electoral votes, with 3 states yet to be called. We now have a key race projection. Andrew Cuomo has flipped the state of Michigan just like he did Pennsylvania. Michigan's 16 electoral votes will go to Andrew Cuomo. He has won with 48.01% of the vote, by nearly 1.5% in total. In Wisconsin, President Donald Trump has held on to the state of Wisconsin and its 10 electoral votes. He is the projected winner in Wisconsin. He has won by less than 0.3% in Wisconsin, an extremely tight election, but the president has prevailed. And finally, in the state of Arizona, the final race to be called tonight, Andrew Cuomo has flipped the state of Arizona and its 11 electoral votes. He is the projected winner there. He has won here by a little over 0.4%, with 47.53% of the vote in his column. He has won in the state of Arizona. We can now take a look at the final map in the race to 270. Andrew Cuomo has won the presidency with 309 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 229 electoral votes. And that is all for today's video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment any suggestions you may have for future videos, and I will see you guys next time.